Okay. Once go to your triggering methods page. In gate triggering method, please take this one. Tell me one thing. Are you giving the gate current continuously or you are giving for a short duration? Are you giving gate current continuously or you are giving for a short duration? Yes, sir. Respond. Short duration only. It means you are giving a DC current continuously, but you are removing that gate current once if latching is initiated. So immediately that gate current comes to 0. You know, that is why we are going to give gate currents as pulses. We know that is why we are going to give gate current as a pulses. You know, generally you will study like a gate pulse. What is the gate pulse? Why you have to give the gate pulse? Why you are not giving a constant gate current? Simple reason. Why you are giving a gate pulse? Why you are not giving continuously continuous current? Can anyone tell me the reason? Why you are giving only gate pulses? Why you are not giving a constantly gate current? What is the reason behind? You tell me what is the reason behind? Anyone? Why you are not continuously giving gate current? Why you are giving only short duration? Current will be very high. Yes, I will tell you one more reason. Tell me, if you look at your SCR, tell me, your SCR, if you look at here from gate to cathode, this region is a heavily doped or lightly doped? Tell me. This region is a heavily doped or lightly doped? Only one thing I am asking. Between gate, this is gate, anode, cathode. Tell me. Between gate to cathode, is this a heavily doped or lightly doped? Yes. If it is a heavily doped means, tell me, if you keep on increasing the, if you maintain the constant current for a long duration, unnecessarily are you increasing the losses or not? Tell me. Unnecessarily, are you increasing the losses? Yes or not? Tell me. Are you unnecessarily increasing the losses? Our objective is to increase the efficiency or not? Power electronics, why you have employed? Tell me why you have taken power electronics to improve the efficiency? Yes, sir. See, even though if I remove the gate current at this particular instant, still my device is carrying current or not? Even though if I reduce the gate current to 0 at this particular instant, still my device is carrying current. Yes or not? Come on. Yes, your device is still carrying current means it is come to the conduction or not? It's already come to the conduction or not? It's already reached to the conduction state. Then why you are keeping continuously that gate current? Unnecessarily we are increasing gate power loss. Therefore efficiency is going to be decreased. So that is a reason why we are going to giving as a pulses. Short duration pulses. Who is producing these pulses? We will see in gate drive circuits. Okay? Are you getting my point? So therefore, now you tell me why you are using only gate pulses, why you are not giving a constant gate current. Tell me the reason. Why you are giving a short duration pulses, why you are not giving a constant gate currents. Tell me, what is the reason? Why you are not giving a constant gate current? Why you are giving as a pulses? Only one answer. Please respond. Come on. Yes, if you use continuous gate current, power loss will increase, therefore efficiency will decrease. Heat will be more. So to avoid that, give a short duration pulse until unless your device is enter into a latching state. Yes, until unless your device enter into a latching state. Once if it is enters into a latching state, immediately remove the gate current. Remove the gate current means immediately you are making gate current to 0. Therefore, your gate circuit will produce only pulses. Only pulses. If anyone asks you why you are giving gate pulse, why you are not continuously giving the gate current, means they are expecting this explanation. Are you understanding? This is a very, very important question. Why you are giving only gate pulses? Why you are not giving as a constant gate current? The reason is simple. Even if I remove this, still my anode to cathode current is flowing. So why I unnecessarily increase the losses? So due to that reason, I should not go with this particular pulses. Have you understood? Have you taken these pulses? Just to draw this pulse diagram in your triggering methods page. Triggering methods page. Nothing is there, very simple, huh? Why you are taking this much? Shall I erase? Now go to your characteristic page. See why I am moving from one place to another place, means there is a reason. Okay, go to your characteristics page. Go to your characteristics page. This is your gate current. Sorry. This is your anode current. This is your voltage. This is your characteristics. This is my latching current, and this is my holding current, and this is my forward breakover voltage, and this is my reverse breakover voltage. Okay? Yes, sir. Now focus more here. I am just writing my anode current equation. Alpha 2 Ig plus ICO by 1 minus alpha 1 plus alpha 2. Okay. Look at the board, everyone. Look at the board, everyone. After that, if you got any doubt, you can ask. Tell me, if I increase the gate current, can I say your anode current is increasing or not? Nothing you need to write. Just you have to draw one gate pulse. That's it. You have to draw one gate pulse. That's it, Shubham. Okay? That's it. Okay? See, if I increase the anode gate current, can I say anode current is increasing? It means if this is my first gate current, this is my next gate current, this is my at most next gate current. It means I am giving like, let us say Ig1, Ig2, Ig3. Tell me, if keep on increasing the gate current, if I give high gate current, will it turn on first? Will it turn on quickly or not? If I give high gate current, will it turn on quickly or not? Yes, sir. Now you tell me, what is the Ig1, Ig2, Ig3? What is the order of gate current? Tell me. What is the order of gate current? Is it, you tell me, in between. Is it greater than or less than? Yes, sir. Ig1 is less than, Ig2 is less than Ig3. It means if you keep on increasing the gate current, immediately your device will comes into conduction. Yes, sir. You can write. Ig3 is greater than, Ig2 is greater than Ig1. All are equal. Okay? So, yes, sir. Here we have added one point. What is that? If I increase the gate current, you have to draw only this mechanism in your characteristics. Okay? Go to your characteristics page. I told you na. If I increase the gate current, if I increase this gate current, the anode current is also going to increase. If I increase the gate current, the anode current is also going to increase. Yes or not? Now, one more question. Again, I am considering my thyristor or SCR. Again, I am considering this is my gate, this is my cathode, and this is my anode. PN. Okay, J1, J2, J3. So have you taken this thing in your characteristics graph or not? Once if you have taken, just you tell me. I will just erase this. I want to write something here. Have you taken these things in your characteristics graph? Shall I erase this? Yes. I am just taking this particular operating points. Tell me what is your operating points of SCR? What is your safe operating point of SCR? Safe operating point of SCR. It's okay. It's okay. Safe operating point of SCR is what? Tell me. What is the safe operating point of SCR? Safe operating point of SCR. 1 and 3 are. Safe operating point of SCR. 1 and 2. So we have to prove that 1 and 2 means bipolar, unidirectional. We have to prove it, right? Yes. So first of all, I have to check whether my device is unipolar or bipolar, so that I will plot over here. Okay, you tell me one thing. During forward biased condition, is your device is immediately is conduction or anything is blocking? You tell me. During forward biased condition, tell me, is it your device is completely comes to conduction or anything is blocking? Tell me. Which is blocking? Which junction is blocking? J2 is blocking. Which polarity that junction is blocking? Is it a positive polarity voltage or negative polarity voltage? Which junction that is blocking? Positive polarity voltage or negative polarity voltage? Yes, sir. Positive polarity voltage or negative polarity voltage? That junction J2. Answer this very clearly. Junction J2, is it blocking positive polarity voltage or negative polarity voltage? Yes, sir. Very good. The junction J2 is blocking. Now can I say positive polarity voltage means, can I say your SCR is blocking this particular positive polarity. This is a positive axis, na? Positive polarity voltage. And what is this? Is it J1, J2, J3? Tell me, what is stopping this? Is it J1, J2, J3? What it is? J1 or J2 or J3? Which is stopping this positive polarity voltage? Yes, sir. J2. Very, very important concept it is. Okay. Now, after triggering, which triggering method we are preferring? Gate triggering method. After triggering, tell me. After triggering, your device comes to conduction or not? After triggering, your device comes to conduction or not? If it is conduction, then from where to where the current is flowing? If I give a gate pulse, your device is conduction or not? Yes, sir. If it is conduction, then anode current is flowing from where to where? I want to know it. Tell me, from where to where the anode current is flowing? Anode to cathode. So can I say that I am assuming it is my positive current, right? I am assuming it is my positive current. Okay. Now, again I am asking, please respond for this. During reversed bias region, which junctions are forward biased, which junctions are reversed biased? Only I am talking about which junction is a forward bias, which junctions are reversed bias. You tell me, which is a forward, which is reversed? Which is forward, which is reversed? Which is forward, which is reversed? Which is forward, which is reversed? So, your, yes sir. So, your J1 and J3 are reverse bias, your J2 is forward bias. Okay. Now here understand very clearly what I am going to tell you is, suppose I am applying a reversed bias voltage. This is my reverse bias voltage now. This is my negative voltage, this is my positive voltage. Tell me, At this particular instant, J2 is forward biased, J3 is reversed biased, J1 is reversed biased. Now, you tell me one thing. If I apply a gate pulse here, tell me P and N. Already J2 is forward biased, na? So we need not bother about it. Tell me, looking about this J3, if I increase the gate current, already it is a majority charge carrier. Sorry, already it is a heavily doped. See, I am increasing the gate current. Already it is a heavily doped. Tell me, there is a chance to break this junction J3 or not? You tell me. There is a chance to break the junction J3 or not? I am having this reverse bias voltage. Already J2 is forward biased. This is a heavily doped region. If I increase the gate current, is there any chance to bring this J3 conduction state or not? Yes, sir. We can bring the device into conduction state. But the problem is, how can we bring this J1 to conduction? Simple reason. You do one thing. Increase gate current, keep on increasing the gate current. Now you tell me one thing. At one particular instant, J1 will get forward bias or not? If you keep on increasing the gate current, it means if you keep on inserting the charged particles, tell me at one particular instant, this J1 will comes to the conduction state or not? You tell me, just it, that's it. You tell me, that's it. If you keep on increasing the gate current at one particular instant, there is a chance to bring this device, it means this junction to forward bias. Are you getting my point? Here I would like to ask you one more question. Basically, your gate cathode section, is it heavily doped or not? You tell me. Heavily doped or not? Your gate cathode section is heavily doped, na? Tell me. Is your gate cathode section, is it heavily doped, na? If it is a heavily doped means, is it withstand low currents or high currents? You tell me. Is it withstand low currents or high currents? Is it withstand low currents or high currents? Yes, sir. Low currents only. Forget about to make it forward bias to J1. First of all, forget about making this J1 to forward bias. First of all, your gate cathode section to be available, na? Are you getting my point? Forget about this J1. First of all, your gate cathode section should be available, na? If you keep on increasing the gate current to bring this J1 to conduction, if you keep on increasing the gate current to bring this J1 to conduction, meanwhile, what will happen to the gate cathode section? Is it getting overheated? Yes or not? Tell me. See, you are trying to bring this J1 to conduction, but meanwhile, what is happening? You are keep on increasing the gate current. Yes, it will come to conduction, but before that, this gate cathode section will get overheated and get destroyed. Is this point is clear for you? Is this point is clear for you? Is this clear, everyone? Now you tell me one thing. I am asking you, you tell me one thing. Can you turn on when you apply a reverse bias voltage? Can you turn on the SCR when you apply a reverse bias voltage? Can you turn on the SCR when you apply a reverse bias voltage, even though if you apply gate pulse? When reverse bias voltage is connected across the SCR, even though if you apply a gate pulse, or a gate current, is your SCR is conducting or not? Why it is not conducting? Tell me. Why it is not conducting? If you want to conduct, what is the condition? Why it is not conducting? If you want to conduct, what is the condition? Why it is not conducting? Yes, sir. J1 is blocking. Very good. J1 is blocking. But you want to make the conduction. What do you have to do? But if you want to make the conduction, what do you have to do? Yes, sir. Very good. If you want to bring this J1 to conduction, this J3 will damage. It means this entire section will damage. It means, now you tell me what is the conclusion. Why? Because this is heavily doped, na? Heavily doped, high current, immediately it is going to damage. heavily doped, high current you are applying. To bring this to conduction means high current you have to apply. So due to that reason, it is going to destroy. Now you tell me, is your SCR carrying current only one direction or two directions? Is your SCR carrying current in only one direction or two directions? Only one direction. It means, are you able to controlling your SCR in only one direction or two directions? Are you able to control this SCR in only one direction or two directions? Tell me. Yes, sir. You are controlling the SCR in only one state. Another state you are not able to control. That is why SCR is called semi-controlled switch. I think I have proven your first statement. That is why SCR is called semi-controlled switch. That is why SCR is your semi-controlled switch. I think our first condition have you proven or not? Yes, write down. If you want to write, you can write. Same statement I can say. SCR can control. Write down the statement so that it will be helpful for you in future. SCR can control only one state with the help of gate pulse. SCR can control the anode current. You can write like this. SCR will control the anode current only in one state. SCR will control the anode current only one state. It cannot control the other state. Other state means reversed bias case. Write down. It cannot control the other state. It means reversed biased condition. Reversed biased condition with the gate pulse. It cannot control the other state with the help of a gate pulse. Why it is not controlling the other state with the help of gate pulse? If you want to control the other state with the gate pulse, what will happen to your SCR? Tell me. If you want to control the other state of SCR, it means during reverse bias region, if you want to control the SCR with the gate pulse, what happened to your SCR? Your SCR is going to burn out, or you can say damaged. So that is why SCR can be controlled only one state. That is why it is called semi-controlled switch. Out of 4 properties, we have proven 2 properties. One is semi-controlled, another one is latching. Yes, very good, perfect. This is also will explain SCR is unidirectional. Very good. So I'll come to that next conclusion also. So one is it is a semi-controlled switch. Another one is latching device, and the third one is, tell me, is it carrying current only one direction or two directions? Is it carrying current only one direction or two direction? Is it carrying current only one direction or two directions? Yes, sir. Only one direction. That is why SCR is called unidirectional switch. SCR is called unidirectional switch. SCR is unidirectional switch. Now only one thing is left. Whether it is a bipolar device or unipolar device, we have to decide. If I decide it, then I have completed the SCR explanation. Is that okay with you? In the characteristics, I have proven why it is called semi-controlled. I have proven why it is latching. I have proven why it is uni-controlled. Only one thing is left, bipolar. Now, tell me, during forward biased voltage, which junction is supposed to block that voltage? During forward biased voltage, which junction is supporting for blocking the voltage? Supporting that positive voltage to blocking. Yes, sir. Come on. J2. Yes, J2. Now, similarly, during reversed bias region, which junction is during reverse bias region, which junction is supporting to block that reverse bias voltage? Which junction is supporting to block that reverse bias voltage? Which I said only junction. Even though you have given a gate pulse, actually it is 1 and 3, correct, both are correct, 1 and 3. But strictly speaking, blocking means even if you are giving a gate pulse, still it has to block it. So can I say J1 is blocking your, can I say J1 is blocking your SCR or not? Can I say J1 is blocking your SCR reverse bias voltage or not? Come on, tell me. J1 is blocking your SCR reverse bias voltage? Yes. Now you read combine together, these two are belongs to, come on, tell me. These two are belongs to unipolar or bipolar? These two are belongs to unipolar and bipolar. Yes, these two are belongs to bipolar. These two are belongs to bipolar, and obviously it is a latching device. So have you seen all the 4 conclusions on the board? Semi-controlled, yes. Unipolar, yes. Bipolar and latching. I think all the 4 conclusions I have completed. Is it clear?